Good morning. How is everyone doing today? I'm just gonna make sure I'm in the right spot at the right time here. It is 10 a.m. on Sunday morning. We are the 15th of February, and in Victoria, BC, it is sunny but crisp out there. It is getting cold. Temperature is dropping down, but we've got sunshine. So that's always good. Okay. Hello, Carissa. How are you doing? Hello, Alexina, Pat. Good morning. I'm glad you guys are here with me today. I have got a few things that I'm going to show you today, and we are going to make a fun fold today. So you may have seen me post some measurements yesterday in the evening, late evening, some pieces to have ready if you would like to craft along with me. If you want to just watch today, you can do that too, and then you can come back and you can cut some things and then create along with either the replay, or this is also streaming to YouTube, so it will be there for good. Okay. All right. It is an easy fold today, but it is a fabulous fold, and it is one which we have got a gathering that we do several times a year. Probably, I guess it is 2-3 times a year. We gather up in the middle of Vancouver Island, where there is a bunch of demonstrators. We all come together, and we have a day in which we get to chat, visit, create, and inspire each other. So my project today is coming from Carolyn Dealman. She is mid-island, and she did this as a make and take for us. So there's usually about six to eight people who cut enough papers and stuff for everyone to create one of their creations. So this last meeting, it had been the first one that I had been to in a bit, just because they tend to also sometimes line up with a collaboration that I do with some demonstrators across Canada. So I was able to go to this one, and I was excited. There was over 40 of us there. Incredible. We all had fun creating. Genevieve actually came. She's from Stampin' Up, and she came and joined us for the meeting, and yeah, it was a great time. So this is where my card is coming from, one of the demonstrators on the island. So I have cased it. I am switching up the papers, and I think you guys are going to love it. And it's one that you're going to be able to create over and over again. Okay. So let's see here. Good morning. We got people hopping on near and far. I love that. Yeah, as you hop on, just drop a comment. Let us know where you're watching from. If you're watching me for the first time here, my name is Sue Phillip. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Victoria, BC on the west coast of Canada. And I love just coming on, inspiring, and sharing ideas with you all. I also run a monthly class, and I run it through Zoom. I run it through in person here at my house. And then I also offer a full PDF and just over 2 hours of instructional video for each month that I do. So if you're in Canada, you can always get my kits through the mail, and they include $25 worth of product. If you are outside of Canada, I cannot ship my products outside of Canada, but I can get you the full instructional video and the PDF, and you can prep super easy, and you can use the video to create along with me. Okay, so those are over in my PDF store, and I have got all of last year's, all of 2025. I think they are 30% off right now. And then I've got, I've got my one so far. I've got the bugs in there from this year, and I will have Nature Symphony in there soon, as I did just close registration for the kits. Okay. So let's head on down to my workspace, and I am going to show you a few things, some stuff that you may want to know about. Okay. Also, I have a fabulous resource that I am going to post, just kind of like photos of it later today. And then if you would like a downloadable, printable form of it, then there'll be a place where you can comment for it and I can send you that link. Okay, so you can print it off as well. All right, let's get started. This is exciting. Okay, I'm gonna head on down to my workspace, and as you can see, there is a lot going on. Am I upside down? I don't know how this happens to me sometimes. Okay, I don't think I am. Let's see. No, I look pretty good. I don't think I'm upside down. Let's see here. Yeah, I am upside down. Those are upside down. Okay, so everyone close your eyes. Okay, here we go. Close your eyes. Okay, we're back. We're good. I'm going to just tilt up my ring light a little bit because of this time of year, and I have got one beautiful window along the side of my craft space, and it always gives a wonderful sunbeam. So I don't like to tune it out because we all need sunshine, right, when we can get it. But it makes my lighting a little funny. All right, so first up, just quick review. We have got Join Special. So right now in the month of February, we are just past halfway. If you want to grab the starter kit to be able to get all of your products at a discount, if you're in Canada and you don't already have a demonstrator and you want to join my Stamp It Canadian team, we have a lot of fun. Yeah, we have a little group that we get together. There's lots of little perks, and you know, the best thing is that you get to get this stamp positioner for free. You get to be part of an amazing community of crafty, mind-liked, fabulous people. And in your starter kit, you get to pick $165 worth of stuff, and you only pay $135. This is within Canada because I can only have people within Canada join my team. And with that, you're going to get a free paper pumpkin. You're going to get free shipping, catalogs to hand out if you would like to hand out to your crafty friends. And from that point on, you also get a continued discount for at least, let's see here, we are February, let's see, March, April, May, June, I think at least June. So you have it for at least quite some time. Okay, so there is the stamp, the new stamp positioner, and it has a great little spring feel to it. It's a great tool. I have demonstrated it a couple times so far, and I will be doing more of that throughout the month. Okay, so there is the one thing that I wanted to share with you. Okay, now this is a little resource, and this resource, we have got it. If you are a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, this is in your resources, and it is in your print lab, and you can print this off. And what it does is it gives you every single Stampin' Up! Current color. This is amazing. And so this is the Real Red, and again, it doesn't look true to color because this is just from my printer, but it gives you 3 color combinations for every single color. So if you're like, I want to use red today, but I don't know what colors to combine with it, so you can have a look and you can go, oh, well, there's red, balmy blue, and daffodil delight. Great combination for birthdays, right? You've got Real Red, Old Olive, and Flirty Flamingo on. That to me just says spring and flowers and beautiful. And this one's kind of a playful, lighter color. So this is Real Red, Bubble Bath, and Lemon Lime Twist. So it gives you these combinations for every single color cardstock that we have. And I had a look at last year's that were printed off, and this year the color combinations are different. So this is something that you can definitely use as a useful tool. There's lines here. So what I would suggest is you can print it off maybe more on cardstock if you want, just some white cardstock, and you can cut it off. I've seen people punch little holes and then you have it on a ring, right? So of all these little color cards. So I just printed it two-sided just to show you, but it has what families the colors are from and then the 3 color combinations for each one of the colors. So I am going to post just a photo of this later today. Like even the new colors are here, right? Your summer splash, you have all your neutrals. It's awesome. Okay. So I'm going to post that. And then if you would like a downloadable copy of it, and you know, you don't have to have the Stampin' Up! Colors, even if you just want to use a blue piece of cardstock and you're like, what colors should I mix and match with blue today? And then you can just kind of have a look. These are different blues, and you can have a look at, these are all different shades of blues, and you can have a look at different shades of other colors that you can use. Okay. So it is a good resource, and I wanted to share that one with you. So later on today, I will post a photo of just one of the sheets. And then you can always, you know, private message me or drop a comment and I will send you something that you can print off. Okay. All right. Okay. So now I have got the paper that I'm going to be using today. This is the Painted Illusions. Every month we have got a $5 item. It is called the Product of the Month. And it is when you are placing an order and you hit $100 in your cart, it will automatically, in fact, it has a little gauge at the top of the store now, but it will automatically let you know when you are able to purchase a product of the month. There's a new one released every single month. You can only get one of them. Okay. If there is, which I do believe we still have, in the store, we still have the Fabulous stamp set that was from last month. And I'm not sure if we have papers left of the month before, but you can pick something out. You can only get one item though with every $100 order. But if you do 2 different orders that are $100 within a month before shipping and taxes, and you haven't got the product yet, like if this is new to you and you happen to place 2 different orders this month, you could get the ones of this month and you can get ones from the past, as long as you have not already got it. Okay. If that makes sense. Anyways, these are the papers and they're so fun. So let me show them to you. Okay. They're super bright and fun. Like, look at this. I have seen people just cutting like sections of the waves of color and adding them onto their page, or you can use them as they are because they are beautiful. There is a couple different ones I've been cutting into them. So let's see. We have got 4 different patterns, 3 sheets of each. So you get 12 pieces. So there's one pattern. You've seen that one. Let's move on to a different one here. I've been cutting because I have been getting ready. This is another one. So slightly different wave. And then there's flowers on the back. This was one, I love this. This is so beautiful and subtle. And I could see these, and this, you know me, green and blues. Oh, love it. I'm going to be creating a second card using this, and I will post it later. I've already got the pieces set. Okay, we saw that one. We saw that one. Let's see if there's another one in here. Have I done them all? I think I have. Oh, this one here. And then this is just Lost Lagoon. I love that beautiful pattern. And then the leaves. Okay, so I have gone and I have cut the pieces that we need for our cards. And I've got 2 different sets cut. I'm going to make one for you live today. I hope you guys, some of you may have cut ahead and are going to join me. I'm also featuring these papers that I am falling in love with. I use these for my Nature Symphony on one of the cards. And this is just, I don't even know if you can see it. Can you even see that? Can you see that texture? It is a subtle, well, you can, here. There's the texture. So it is a subtle corrugated, and then it is just this beautiful, almost looks like linen. Can you see that? It's hard to tell. The sun's coming in. Almost like a linen, very, very light linen look to it. So those are, I'm going to use those as a feature. Okay. And then, yeah, here's just a sample. This is Sweet Bugs. This is what I do for my PDFs. Full instructional, every piece to cut, photos of them, and then you have got step-by-step instructions. So like this was for the Sweet Bugs, and I did 4 cards in the class. And then I always add in a couple extra bonus PDFs that we don't do in the class, but just ideas, because you get the products in your kit, or if you're doing this virtual, you have the papers already, so it just gives you a couple more ideas in which you can use your Cute as a Bug products with. Okay, so that's what I've got I do for every single month. And like I said, they're in my PDF store. So I even have one for that 12 days of Christmas. This one actually has 24, and this is on sale right now. It's in the last chance, but there is 24 different projects. I collaborated with Lori Bradley from St. Louis. So if you are from the States and you need your stuff, get a hold of Lori. But we did this together, and there's 24 projects in there. So I've got them for every month I do a class. Okay. I am thinking I'm going to use this cute little bunny on our card today. I forget what these are called, but this is an ephemera pack that we've got in our mini catalog right now, and it's super cute for Easter. It's got the baskets. It's just got some Easter lilies, tulips, just some beautiful spring pieces as well. Like, I love the watering cans, and I think I want to use that cute bunny, and I'm going to add a little bow to that bunny, and I'm going to add a greeting, and it just makes for really, really quick and easy card making. So I think I'm going to use that one. I debated on stamping, because we do have, I have it right here. We have the Easter basket, and I had debated on stamping this guy. In fact, I've got him stamped, and I haven't colored him yet. But I'm going to go with that little tiny, like chocolate brown one, I think, on this card. Okay. Now we're getting down to the pieces. This was my original take. I was going to use all these pieces, which I still might use some of these stamps. These are from that Easter basket. I might use some of them. I will for greetings, but I also have the little tiny chick. I might still put him in the card. He's so cute. So here is our pieces for our fun fold. You are going to need 2 pieces for your base, 11 by 4 1/4, 5.5 by 4 1/4. I have got 2 pieces here I'm going to use for my focal point. I'm going to put my little bunny on there. We've got 2 pieces, and these are just the designer series papers that I showed you, the painted illusions. And what I did is I went through and I picked pieces that out of the papers that coordinated together. So I do have, I'm going to show you just because this is a whole other color combination of papers, and I will do a little reel on this one, of papers that are also within the color illusion. So there's kind of 2 different feels. There's kind of like a lighter feel, and then you've got these bolder kind of greens and blues, and it really does depend what color you pull out of there for your cardstock. Makes all the difference. So like this one here, even though these papers are lighter, I'm pulling out the coral, which is in the top corner of one of them. See, Okay, I've got the lemon lolly, and I've got 2 at 1 1/4 by 4, 2 at 1 3/4 by 4, 2 at 1 1/2 by 4, and then I've got a piece for a liner inside and our card bases. Okay, so I'm sure you want to know what we're creating. Yes? Okay, let me grab it. I did a little. Oh my goodness, how did I lose my card? There it is. Okay. Okay, so this card was created by, like I said, my fellow demonstrator, Carolyn Dealman, and I loved how easy this is, and it uses all of your beautiful Easter time mix and match ephemera pack. Thank you, Linda. That's what we're using on from our bunny. But this here is a fabulous way to use up strips. So you always end up with strips left over from your paper packs, and this could be any theme. This is the Lovely and Beautiful, I think that's what the papers are called, that she used for the sample, but I wanted to switch it up and do an Easter and then just do a beautiful bright spring greenery card. So you can definitely switch it. You can do it either direction, but this is the base. Okay, and then this is the 11 by 4 1/4. Are you ready? So it pulls out like that. Simple, beautiful, right? I just love it. And then it meets together. Okay, so you could definitely have it like that as well, right? Just switch up the direction of whatever you're stamping. Never look at a card and think, oh, it has to be either vertical or horizontal depending on what the sample's from. You can switch it up and you can put it whatever direction you want, okay? So I'm going to do one in this way though, and then, you know what, maybe for my other, I will end up doing a sample and it will go this way so you guys can see it, and I'll post that one later. But let's get to our scoring. I like visual. As you guys can see, I'm going to gather up all the pieces and just put them off to the side. And then I'm going to start with scoring our one sheet of 11 by 4 1/4. Okay, so I hope you guys are having a great morning. I hope you had a fabulous Valentine's Day or Galentine's Day. Either way, it was a day to just celebrate friendship and love and all the good things in your life. So I hope you guys had a great day yesterday. I'm just taking my little tiny Easter guys there I'm going to use later. Lance and I, we actually did, you may have seen, I did a little kind of unplugged for a little bit. We headed up out to some beaches that aren't too far from us, that some of them we had never been to. And if you ever get to, you know, Vancouver Island, definitely check with me and I will tell you some most amazing beaches that aren't too far from Victoria, because lots of people just come to Victoria, but there's so many beautiful beaches that aren't that far away, and some beautiful waterfalls and trails. And yeah, we just took a couple days and had a great time. So that was our Valentine's last weekend. And then today we are meeting up with our 3 girls. So excited. We're going out for lunch, and we're meeting up with all 3 of our girls, and then 2 of them are engaged, so their fiancés are coming too, and it's going to be just a nice little visit. So it's been a fabulous weekend. I hope you guys have had a good one too. But it's time for me to get back into my craft room. I did a little cleaning and reorganizing this weekend, and I am ready for lots of crafting now. Okay, so we have got our 11 by 4 1/4. I don't know how many of you are playing along here with me and creating, but if you're not, you can definitely go back and you can have some fun with this fold and watch the replay. Okay, I am going to score at 2. So make sure your cutting blade is out of the way if you're using your Stampin' Trimmer. Okay, then I'm going to go to 3 3/4. We're going to go to 7 1/4. And then we're going to go to 9. Okay. You know, not too bad. There's no like 1/8 or 1/16 of an inch. None of that craziness. We're just doing quarters. That's pretty quick, right? I'm telling you, this is an easy one to throw together. Okay. Now I do need my bone folder. And I'm just going to grab this one that I've got because I know my other one's over where I've been doing some crafting. Okay. Now, is that light going to bother you? Let's do something here. I'm just going to do this just because then we don't have that reflection. Okay, a little bit better. Okay, so what we're going to do, as you can see on this one, we are going to do a little bit of scoring. This is our centerpiece. We are going to take the score line on either side. We're going to fold it in. We're going to burnish it well. Okay. All right. And burnish that one really well. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the next fold towards the edge and we are going to fold it back like that. Okay, so there's one side. So this was one of our center area scores. We folded it in, we burnished, and then the edge part we folded back. Okay, there's one side. We're gonna do the same with this one. We fold it in, we're gonna score it or burnish our score line back. Okay, so the main thing is making sure when you have got moving parts, you want to make sure that they are well burnished. Okay, that is going to make a huge difference for your card. Those match in the middle, which is perfect. And there is our 11 by 4 1/4. Okay, now this piece here is our 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. And in the description, I did put like color 1, color 2, pattern number 1, pattern number 2, pattern number 3. And that's because I want you to have some fun colors that are going to coordinate together. You could do it all in one color, but it's kind of fun to add some different color combinations. Okay, and if you're not sure which color combinations to use, this is where this is going to be fabulous. Okay, so like I said, we will post that later. Okay, so there we have got the base and the piece that goes over top. So I am going to start with the base and I'm going to start putting down some pieces of designer series paper, or people always say, what does that mean? If you're not familiar with the Stampin' Up! World, us that have been around for a while, we say it just automatically. And what we should really say is some beautiful pattern paper. So that's all you need is some beautiful pattern paper. Okay. Now we have got 3 different sizes. The one that is going to go onto your base and it is going to go close to the sides is going to be your 1 1/4 by 4. Okay, so I'm going to get out my glue and I'm going to pop these ones down. I love these cute little flowers, and the color combination that I'm using today, I could see, I'm going to use it for, I'm going to put a little Hello Spring on here, but this could definitely be a color combination for a baby card. I think it would be really sweet for that, just because it's the lighter tones in our papers. Okay, so there is our pieces that are down. Okay, I'm going to put this one aside and I am going to Get rid of that. I'm going to bring in some other pieces of paper. Okay, so we have got left 1.5 by 4, 2 of those, and we have got 1 3/4 by 4. Okay, so what we're going to do first is we're going to open it up completely, and we are going to add the 1 3/4. We are going to add to the outsides, the farthest section. Okay, they are actually going to end up being the front of your card, like that. Okay, but we want to make sure that we have them on the outside. Now, did I cut this at 4? No, I did 4 1/4. I did something wrong here. This is cut at 4 1/4 instead of 4. That's not going to do, so I'm going to need to trim that up. Let me get my cutter. I wonder if I did the other one as well. Okay. Now I have to decide. I think I'm going to cut off the blue a little bit. Okay. So cut that down 1/4. Okay. Back to, there we go. That's what we want. Now, I did cut this from the same pattern, and I'm making sure that when it goes together that the pattern lines up again. So that's another thing that you can think about if you're using patterns for this fun fold, because those two that are on the ends, they are going to end up side by side when the card is closed. So if you would like that look of the pattern being continuous, then just make sure that when you go to cut these papers that you cut them sections side by side. Okay, so as you can see, it goes together and the pattern matches up. I love that. Okay, that's the fun part about patterns. Okay, now we have got 2 here, and hopefully these are cut right. They are. Nice. We have got 2 that are 1.5 by 4, and I'm going to put these next in. Okay, these are going to be hidden until the card opens, but it's going to again sit between those score lines, and it's going to go into this section. Now you could do the pattern down, you could put the pattern up. I'm going to put the pattern up. See the other side, that green just makes me so happy. I love green. Okay, so there is 1. And then we're going to do the same on this side. Okay. There we go. All right. So there is our pieces when they open up. Okay. Now I have got a little white piece. This is going to go in the center. This is 4 by 3 1/4. And it's going to go right there in the center. So what I can do before I put it onto the card is I can prepare this piece and do the stamping so that I don't have to worry about the fact that, you know, if my stamping doesn't turn out perfect, it's already attached to the card. So if you have a piece that is going to be going inside your card, you definitely want to stamp it first, and then just make sure I don't have any ink left in there. It's just a little stained. And then afterwards you can put it into the card once you know it's good. Okay, so I got a mark on that. I don't know what I got on there. 2 sides to every paper, right? There we go. So I'm going to do a little Happy Easter on here, because we are going to put our cute little bunny rabbit on there. And did you see what I just did there? I noticed that when I put this on, and I just put it on myself, that I altered the shape of it slightly, like that. And that's what can happen with photopolymer stamps. So what I like to do, especially greetings, I like to line it up on my workspace. Grid paper is great for that. And then attach the stamp to the block. It's going to take its true form, and you won't end up with a little curve or dip in your greeting. Okay. I'm going to use the Pretty Peacock color, because we have a little tiny hint of that. And it's just instead of black, I'm going to use that for our greeting. Okay, just pull in one of the colors and that'll look pretty. Okay. Love it. Now this is where we can add a little fun in there. Let's see. I might just use pieces from here because we've got them. We're gonna do our little bunny on the front. So that for sure is going on the front. That's gonna be so cute. And then I could just do just some beautiful little yellow, because we have this color yellow, some yellow tulips just on the bottom here. So I think I'll do that for the inside. Bring it down a little bit like that. And then I'm gonna just trim it just so that it's down a little bit more. Get my trimmers here. Just like that. Okay, so it's sitting on the edge more and there's not that white outline on the bottom. Okay, now I'm happy with that. Let's not seal our bunny in there. And I'm gonna put that right down on the inside. Tell you, Valentine's Day done. Easter's going to be here before we know it, right? Okay. So look at all those fun colors. This, what made me want to do an Easter card with these papers is this reminded me of just the colors in there when I was younger. You know how you would color all your Easter eggs? I don't know if you guys did that, but we would definitely take time and hard boil a bunch of eggs, and then you'd have all the dyes and dip them, and they always ended up crazy rainbow colors. They never ended up one solid color. They were kind of crazy, which was kind of nice, but that is what it reminds me of. Okay, so there is now our piece that's going to be attached to our card. Now for this sort of thing, what I like to do is take a little bit of tear tape. It's a strong adhesive, and it's just going to make it so that, oh my goodness, how can you tell I have a golden retriever in the house, right? Little piece of fur gets sealed into the card. Okay, so that is just nice and sturdy. Anything that's going to be moving, you want to make sure that you have something really, really sturdy. I also find, again, maybe it's just the way that I line things up, is sometimes if I'm putting a piece like this onto a card and I'm holding it all shut, okay, you can see it there, I want to line it up with the edge. I find it easier to line up when it's on its side. Okay, we all have our ways of lining up, right? Okay, that looks good. That looks good. Press it down. Okay, love it so far. Okay, so now we are going to bring in, we have got a nice lemon lolly, and then I have got a piece of, this is that textured paper. So this is called, let's see, is it subtle? Whispers of Texture. That's the part I always forget. Whispers of Texture. So I'm going to put down the yellow and I'm going to put down the white on there, but I want to decorate it up first, and I want to be really mindful of where I'm going to put the adhesive after. So I want to get all this down first, and then we will add the adhesive on the back, because if you were to just add adhesive everywhere, stick it down in the center, you would have a very, very beautiful postcard, right? Because you wouldn't be able to open it. So we are going to have to make sure that it's only attached to one side once we get this ready to go. Okay, we're going to bring in our bunny, star of the show. Look at that, so adorable. I'm going to pop up the bunny. Actually, I'll just use a strip of my adhesive. That might be easier. We'll put this on the back here. Just trim it just a bit. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to put that right on there in the center. Isn't that the sweetest? I think center or just offside. Now I'm going to put it in the center. He's just right in the center. Love it. Okay. Then I was thinking, and you guys can maybe help me choose here. We could either do a little pink bow on here to make it a little girl bunny, put a little bow on the ear like that, or we could do the natural twine. These are just, I always have a little bucket of twines. This is my little bucket of twines, and I always have them right by my workspace because I love adding just the cutest little bows to things. And when you have them in a little tiny bin, it's actually like a little flower basket bin, then you always have them ready. I could also do a dark chocolate one. I'm talking Easter chocolate already. And we could do a bow tie. So this could be a little bow tie, right? We could do a little bow, and it could look more like a little bow tie here and I'm calling this dark chocolate. Or we could do the pink for the little girl. What do you think? Yes, the retired marble DSP paper would absolutely work for this, for sure. Let's see here. Yeah, you thought Easter too, didn't you, Marilyn? Yes, absolutely. Okay, what do we think? Do we think the pink or do we think the dark? Pink for the ear? Okay, I'm going with the first comment. So we're going with it. Okay, we're going to do pink for the ear. Okay, and I think what I'm going to do, because this is a very more kind of relaxed twine, some of the twines, like the linen ones, they kind of hold their shape a little bit more, where these more cotton ones are kind of a bit more floppy. So what we're going to do, everyone's going for the pink, is I am doing a little double bow, and that way it'll show up more. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is going to be so cute. Okay. I love it. Okay. And then I'm just going to pull it tight, and let's see. Aww. Yeah, this is going to work, but I want to get it nice and small. So to do that, I do need to work it a little bit. So I'm going to pull it back just a bit and pull it back just a bit. Maybe a one little bow would have been better, but I'm committed to a double bow, so we're going to make it work. So see how I'm pulling the strings back just a little bit, just to make it smaller so that it's a little bit better for the little ears. That'll work. And I'm just going to trim it. And we're going to get a glue dot. Glue dot is going to be our friend. We're going to trim this one a little bit more. And then we're going to stick it right by the ear. Just need to do a little bit more off of here. Come on. These are not my best. I've got some adhesive on my scissors. Okay. We'll put it right there. Oh my goodness. Cute. Oh, this is so fun. Okay. Okay, so we're going to try and make it so that it's more to one ear. So I'm going to just kind of put it over to one side like that. Look at you. So adorable. Okay. So we're going to finish this off with a really just a cute little greeting. Okay. So we're going to do a little Hello Spring on the outside, because we have got Happy Easter on the inside. Okay. And then of course we need some sort of, I think, kind of a sparkly, cute look for our embellishments. So I have pulled out some that are kind of more corally and have a little bit of faceted to them. So you can see that those are going to look so cute on here. I'm going to do the little blue again. Okay, hello Gail, never too late. You guys can always watch the replay right here. That's a great question. Pam, you just found me. Yeah, absolutely. You can watch it in my feed. It will be here for 30 days because that's what Facebook does. But I'm also streaming this to YouTube, which is just my YouTube channel is just Sue Phillip. And oh, that's cute. Now, do I want it right across? I do, but I want to trim it down a little bit. So you can find me on Facebook, just, yeah, Sue Phillip. And I have all of my lives stream to Facebook or sorry, YouTube as well. Now, the only thing is I sometimes don't get all of my photos of the cards in my thumbnails. So you may have to just kind of have a look through. And I don't know what it is about YouTube, but I swear that I just have to try and trim this. I can't find my little trimmer right now. I'm going to have to bring it this way, I think. Ha, got it. They always capture you in the worst possible moment, right? Okay, so there's our little happy spring. And we're going to put that across. And then we're going to add it, and we're going to add some cute little embellishments. Okay. I love this. I'm popping up the greeting too, just because. You don't have to, but I'm just popping up extra. This card is not going to go in the mail. This is going to go to someone that I just be in an envelope. So I don't have to worry about all that extra postage, right? From popping up the extras. Okay, there we go. Okay, we're going to add it onto here. And to do that, I am going to, instead of putting it on to the back of this circle, what I want to do is I want to make sure that I'm not going to put liquid glue that's going to go too far over. So I'm going to take and I'm going to put my finger kind of right here. Okay, that's the edge of the circle when it is centered. Then what I can do is I can add one piece there, and then I can add another piece. And I know roughly how big that circle is, and I'm adding it onto here instead. Therefore, it's not going to, you're not going to have a big liquidy mess of glue that's going to end up sealing your card shut. Okay. And then this is going to go right in the center. Look at that. I think her name should be Penelope. What do you think? Penelope Bunny. Seems like a good name for her. So sweet. Okay. So there she is. There's a little happy Easter. And I think she needs a little bling though. Every girl needs a little bling. We're going to get out a little bit of sparkle. Look at that. This is going to be perfect. So the amazing thing is the opposite side of all these papers are those bright, bold greens and yellows and a mixture of other rainbow colors, right? So there is, I'm going to do a little combination because we've got that feel of the combination. Look, we've got 3 different colors here. We're going to go a little 1, a little 2, a little bolder, and then we're going to go a little 3 down here. Like that. Okay, so there is our fun fold for today. Isn't that cute? And it really doesn't take too much more cardstock than your regular card. I mean, this piece here is just the size of a regular card base. It's just the long version, right? The 11 by 4 1/4. And then you just need that single sheet of 5.5 by 4 as your base. As for all of these strips, think of all of the strips of scraps that you have left over when you cut down and you're making your other cards, right? And this here, I mean, this is a fabulous set of paper. It's just so fun. And I wanted to show how you can use the patterns together, because sometimes it's hard when you get a package of paper that is so, it's kind of got a really different feel to it, like this one does. The Illusions, Painted Illusions, it has a really different feel of just color flow and different patterns. And so to see it used together, then you can be like, oh, okay, now I know how different ways in which I can use it, right? So I hope that helps. If you have this package of paper, if you've already grabbed it, it gives you some ideas. I'm going to give you just a little look at what this one will end up looking like. I'm going to make this one, I'll do a little reel for you guys of this one, but it is going to have these colors. So again, I am, let's see, I think I cut it. Yeah, I did. I cut it so that the pattern matches up, right? And then on the inside is going to be these ones, right? So it'll end up like this when you open it up, like that. And then these are going to be our backdrop. Okay, so just a whole other color combination out of the same papers. And sometimes it's just a matter of where you cut it in the pattern too, right? Will it stand upright nice? Absolutely. That's a great question. That's going to be my greenery on the front of that one. So let's do a little, check this out. See how this stands, and watch. I'll even do this for you guys. You'll see my behind the scenes mess, but look at that. See how cute that is? So yes, it does stand. It does stand up nicely as well, which is fun. That's a great question. I love all your questions today. Okay. All right, everyone. So there is some inspiration for that new Painted Illusions product of the month. If you don't already have it and you want to grab it, then definitely you want to put your order in this month. They're always while supplies last, but once you hit that $100 mark before shipping and taxes, then you get to grab it. Okay. And it's fabulous. Just like if you want that stamp positioner, this month is the month you can get it for free. All right. Any questions, let me know. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I had a great time creating a fun fold. I went through as I was cleaning, and this is what inspired me with a fun fold today. Not only did I see that fabulous one that we made up Island with Carolyn, but I found a stack of all sorts of fun folds I have done in the past, like all the measurements and things. So we're going to start going through a few of them and recreating them with some current fabulous papers and products so that you can see what they look like. Okay, so that will be happening over the next, I'll do one each week, and we will do a new fun fold. I think it's a fun thing to do on a Sunday, right? I think so. All right, there you go. Penelope and I, there's our little bunny. Have a great day. Okay. Bye for now, everyone. Take care.